There and welcome to another tutorial from How to PrestaShop. As promised, we're following on from the last tutorial, which was importing categories and products via CSV file. This time we're going to just expand on that and import product attributes via CSV and enabling you to import in bulk all of your color options or size options within a product. We're going to focus on the product we uploaded in our last video, which was the shoe product. So we imported this one via the back office, all of the details, the images, description, price and reference number. And we're going to do the same thing within the back office, but this time we're actually going to use the combinations importer option. So as before, you need to choose the option of what kind of import you're going to actually be doing. And as before, we started with categories, we did products, and now we'll do combinations. And again, as before, it will show you the available fields which you can import into the store via CSV file. We're not going to use all of these. We'll use the most basic settings, but I will go through each individual field just to give you an explanation of what it actually is. So what we're going to achieve today is with this product here, we've got various colors of shoes. So we want to give the client an option to choose a color to purchase, but at the same time when they choose their color, we want them to be able to see what color they're buying just to confirm the purchase and add a price impact dependent on what color they choose. So if they were to choose this color here, they would be able to choose it from a drop down. It would change the price and they'd be able to add that to the cart, and also the image would change here to show them exactly what product they were buying. So if we go back to the back office, first thing to do is to download a sample combinations file, which you do by clicking here. Once clicking that, it will download the CSV folder to your file to your local computer. I've already done that, and I've already set up some basic options within the fields. But before I go any further with the spreadsheet, I just want to show you where the data is going to be coming from, because there's a few things you need to do before you start the import within the back office so that the system knows exactly what colors or sizes or attributes you're going to be calling upon when you use your CSV file. So if we go back to the back office and we look at the catalog, and we'll be looking at product attributes here. So even though you can import in bulk, you will need those attributes such as size, color in the system already to be able to reference within your spreadsheet. And with these shoes, I'm going to be using color. So if you look at the attribute values within the attribute color, we have all of these values here. So if we're looking at attributes again, just to explain, each attribute is named. So this is your attribute, which you would add with this button here, and then you add values to this attribute. So the attribute name is color, and the values are all of these colors within the system here. So you need to add these in first of all if you are going to use colors into PrestaShop, because you're not able to put, or haven't found a way, if somebody does know, then post it within the comments, to import colors into PrestaShop via CSV using hexadecimal codes, so that the color is also imported into the system at the same time. We're going to use existing colors here, but you can create your combinations within the spreadsheet, which will be imported into the system, but they won't actually have a color assigned to them. So we'll do that within our spreadsheet to give you an example, but I advise really is to just put your colors in first of all, put the color swatches in as well, and then you can reference those within your spreadsheet. So we'll leave that for now and go back to our spreadsheet. So the first column is the key column. You need that in, and you need to be referencing your product ID. So this is our product ID 9991, which we forced into the system in our last import. And these are the two key columns for importing your attributes, which is the attribute and the value. So the spreadsheet comes in with a little description on what you should be putting into this field here. So it's asking for a name, a type, and a position. And in the same sense here, within the value, it's asking for a value and a position. So the attribute name is color. So if we go back to our attribute list, we're using color. So that's our attribute name. So we would put that into the option here, and then we would separate it with a colon. And then the type is the type of option choice. So there's drop down, there's select, and there's radio. These are the types of buttons you'll be using to select the option. So with the select option, you would use that with all colors. And with the drop down is a simple drop down box. And then with the radio, it's a radio button choice. We're going to use select here because it's a color. And the position, we're not going to set a position on this one, it's going to be 0. And the value is camel. And the reason the value is camel, because if we go back to our color attribute, we already have inputted into the system a color called camel. So this is the one we want to assign. And then the next column, the columns after this are fairly self-explanatory. Your supplier reference, your own reference, the EAN number or barcode, EAN 13 or barcode, unique product code, your wholesale price. I've put a fictional £5, and this is an impact on price. So I want the price to change when you choose this color, and I want it to go up by £10. So I've entered 10 in here. If you charge eco tax, and there's a quantity of the product, and there's 5 of these I want to import in, you can specify a minimal quantity which has to be ordered with this product. So if I put a quantity of 5 in and you had to order 5, that you couldn't add to cart until you'd ordered a minimum of 5 of this product. You can put an impact on weight. So if the product already without this combination was a kilo, you could put an impact on weight of maybe another half a kilo because this option impacted on the weight of the product. But it's a color, so it wouldn't do. You can decide whether this is the default combination for this product. So is this color the default? And you just need to put a 0 or 1 within that box, or leave it blank, and the system will leave that as 0. You can add the combination availability date here, so you can let the client know when this is going to be available. And then the next most important box is your image. Now, I've added a small add-on into the store to help with this process, and it's an add-on available on Press2Shop add-ons, and it's Media Manager Pro. And the reason I've chosen this one is because what this little module enables you to do, and I will put a link to the Press2Shop add-ons to show you where you can buy this. In fact, it's a module we've developed here at Teapot Creative, and for this reason, to be able to manipulate files easily within the system. So what I've done is it's using the Media Manager, standard Media Manager for Press2Shop, but what we've been able to do is to access this with a tab here, and then you can create your own folders, and then within these folders you can put your images. And the reason we need the images here is because we need the URL of the image. So whereabouts this image is on the website. So I created a folder called shoe images, and I've uploaded 3 images here. So what I'll do is I'll just show you how quickly this process can take and how good this module is. So I've got no images in there now, and I want the 3 colours of shoes for this product uploaded to the system. So I simply click the menu option here, add some files, and I've already got the 3 files here available. I just simply open those from my desktop, it's imported them, I return back to the folder, and there are my images. And for this colour, this particular colour camel, which we're importing, I want this image. So all I need to do is click this here, and it will show me the URL of this image. And I just simply double click that, copy that URL, go back to my spreadsheet and just paste it into the URL box here, and that will go directly to my image. So this is a good way of putting folders of images on the system ready for you to manipulate, rather than using FTP or trying to get access via cPanel or something like that. So a really good module, definitely recommend buying it, especially if you're doing CSV uploads. It's asking me if we want to delete the existing images which are within the system. So there may already be an image which is assigned to this particular attribute, and it would delete those before it imports the new images. If you're using multi-shop, what is the ID of the shop? So it will import this particular attribute to a particular store. Whether you're using advanced stock management, which we're not using within this import, but if you're adding it to certain warehouses or warehouse locations, then you can use those 3 columns there. So at the moment I've just got the one attribute ready and uploaded, but we're going to add another one. So I'm just going to add 2. So if we, again, this is the product ID we want the attribute added to. Again, this is a color, so we simply just copy this. But this time we're not going to put camel in there. This time we're going to choose a different color. This time we're going to choose, let's go for grey. You must remember you've got to get the actual spelling and the type, the uppercase or lowercase correct, as it won't recognize this color. It will create a new color instead of using the one already in the system. So we're going to use grey for this one. So it will just be grey, and the position this time is 1. So this is how they'll appear within the drop down, within the options. And this time we'll call this reference grey. And we'll call this one grey 1, 2, 3. And number. And also price is the same price, and the impact this time, just to show a difference, we'll say it's £20. And we're going to add 10 of these in stock. And now we need the image URL of that particular coloured shoe. So we go back to our Media Manager Pro. We look into the system, we find the grey. Well, it's actually blue, isn't it? But, we want to show the URL of that particular shoe. So we copy that URL back to our spreadsheet, post that one in there. Then we go on to another one. Same product ID, because it's the same product, by adding this attribute to it. It is a colour again, and it's the order is number 2. This time it's going to be black. And then we're going to number 2, our reference. There we go, number. Needs to be 13. And our wholesale price is the same. I'm going to add £30 this time. We're going to just add 3 of these to be in stock. Need our image, so we go back to our Media Manager Pro again. This time we look at the URL for the shoe. Copy that one and paste that in. So there we've got three colours already within the system: camel, grey, and black. This time we'll add one, but this time it will actually not be in the system. And you'll see what happens when it does get imported in. You'll be able to see this time we're going to call it how you can make errors if you don't get it correct. So we're going to call it black, but with a lowercase b. All your reference numbers need to be unique. Similarly, your EAN numbers. 5 of those, £10 impact on price. Put 6 of those in, and we use the same image for this one because it's another black. Okay, so that's our sheet completed. If we save that and we go back to the CSV import, And yet we want to import combinations. We need to change our spreadsheet, which we're going to upload. It's combinations import test. Make sure it's a CSV file, make sure it goes green. Make sure you've got the correct field separator. Remember, in our last video, we put that in incorrectly and we seen a complete mess of the spreadsheet. So make sure you've got that correct so that it comes in nice, neat columns. We're not going to delete any combinations before the import. And we're not using the product references key, we're using the product ID. So the next step, we should see our spreadsheet in nice, neat columns. I explained last time about saving a template of your columns once you've matched your columns within PrestaShop to your columns in your spreadsheet. And that way, if you have to keep re-importing, you don't have to keep on doing this process. So I've already saved the template. So if I load that one in, it then matches everything up here. You can see it all changes to the correct column. Okay, so that's ready to go. So if we import that one, if we go back to our product, we'll see it in a moment before we do the import that we have no attributes, no colors, no options here. Now if we go to the import and we tick that one, and yeah, all gone green. That's been imported. If we go back to our product, we actually have a look at our product, 991. Doesn't look any different at this point, or this point, but when we go into combinations, what we would hope to see here is all of the combinations we've imported. So our colors, camel, grey, black, impact on price, and our reference numbers and EAN numbers we've imported. And then if we go back to the front of the store, we should now refresh that product and be able to see the color options, which we can. So now we've got our camel option, which we chose that camel picture. We chose the black and the black picture with that one. And we chose the grey, and it changes the picture according to the color choice. And then you see this one here showing the black picture, which we asked, but there's no color within the swatch, which is an error, but that can be rectified. And if we go back to our attributes list, we can see within the list, because we spelt black with a lowercase b, it skipped past the black we wanted, and what it's done is created a new black here. But because it's been created through CSV import, it hasn't assigned a hex color to that value. So to correct that, we just go edit, and we can add a color to the system either by using the color picker, or if you know what the color is, which we do for black, you can just simply add it and then save. So this is adding the color black to our value, black lowercase. If we save that, when we go back to the front office, we'll be able to see that our error black is now black rather than the other color, and our other black is black too. Okay, but you might not just want to add color, you might want to add color and size, and I'll show you how to do that. We've got a couple of sizes here. Go back. Got some shoe sizes. So we've got 35, these are the European shoe sizes. So if we go back to our spreadsheet, this attribute here was color, camel, but also we want to add size. So we want a size and a color within this attribute. So if we delete these here, just to make it a bit more simple, what I'll do is I'll go back to product, and we'll delete our attributes we've already imported. Quickly get rid of those. So we go into our combinations. We'll just delete what we just imported. Rest shop could do with putting a bulk delete at this point, make things a lot quicker. Okay, so we don't have any combinations anymore. If we go back to our spreadsheet. So we want color, which is camel, but we also want size. So the way we do that is we put a comma in, and then we put size, which is the name of our attribute, and the type this time isn't the select, it's a drop down, and the position is the same, 0. And the value is 35, I think, wasn't it? 35, 0. Okay. So this time we're adding an attribute with more than one option within that value. So we save that. Go back to CSV import. Combinations, we'll change the spreadsheet. Upload our new version. At that point there, actually, a good little tip is if you were re-importing instead of going back in and deleting as I did, at that point you could delete all combinations before import, but I've got a feeling that deletes the whole system. If somebody can just double check or post a comment, I'm pretty sure you delete all of the combinations within the whole system. So if you're only uploading one combination, you don't want to delete everything just because of that one edit. But I will double check that and try and post that in comments just to clarify. So we've got our new attribute. So if we load our columns again, and this time we've got the two types in. Rather than just color, we've got the size as well. That's imported okay. If we refresh. So it's created the size drop-down box, which we asked it to, and it's also created the color. So if we were to add that to cart, we'd be adding a camel color in size 35. So 35 camel. So at checkout, we'd be able to see that we've added that option. So the SKU is camel, the size is 35, and the color is camel. So if we wanted to do another color, we would simply do the same here. So it's color and size. This would be the same. Oh. This time we'll choose black, 0, and a comma, and then this, I don't know what sizes, so I'll check our sizes. So we go back to our attributes and have a look at what size options we have. Shoe size, oh sorry, the size. Actually, saying that, we've actually added the size. Oh no, we have got 35, so 36, let's do 36. So size 36, position 0. And everything is actually, we don't need to do this, we can just carry on. Sorry, we're making more work for ourselves here. No, we don't. We'll correct myself there. We do need to add another option here. So if I repeat that, this would just show the fact that we can get a couple. So we're going to go black, 0, 36, 0. Everything will be reference camel, but this time maybe this one is reference black. And we're going to call this one black 1, 2, 3. No year number. We'll skip that one and we'll add 5 in stock and we'll do a £20 price increase. Quantity 5. And then we need our image, so we go back to our Media Manager Pro, into our shoe images, and we want the black URL. So just right click the image, will bring up this box. We'll copy that URL, go back to our spreadsheet and paste that in there, and that's done. We save that. We go back to store, go back to import. Combinations, we change our spreadsheet because we made changes. And this is where the beauty of having the template already loaded just saves so much time. And then we can just import that one, and we should have 2 options with 2 sizes. We go back to the product. We now have 2 color options, and we've only got 1 size option. Let's go back and find out why that's happened. So it's given us the 2 options of black and camel, but we're not looking at the size correctly. So we have, so that's incorrect, comma 36, size, drop down. Okay, that all looks good. Comma in between there. Black is our colour. Let's save that. Yep, references are saved. Okay, let's try again. Step. Okay, let's import that. See if we've got success. No, we haven't. Okay, let's go and have a look again at that. We've got an error somewhere. So we have color, which is select. We have size, drop down, and it's camel 35, and it's black. Let's make sure that's going to be black. 0, 36. Let's try again. So it may well be that I wasn't sure. I mean, with all CSV files, it is always going to be a matter of keeping your data. Oh, I've just tried to import that, and it's not going to work, is it? Because we didn't upload our correct template. Let's upload our correct template. Let's import. And there we go, we have it. I think what the problem was is the fact that there was no comma here. I think I put a full stop here, and the comma separates each individual value. So it picked up the black, but after that it didn't actually understand that. So again, we all make mistakes. That does show how accurate you do need to be with your spreadsheets and with your data, because the system will pick up any errors within that. Obviously, if you're typing in, as I say, incorrect colours, or you're missing the delimiters, it will punish you. We've actually it's actually created a new option here. That was when we imported our spreadsheet with the wrong template. So to remove that, we can simply go back, and we'll use the same spreadsheet, but this time we'll go back. Let's have a look at attribute our product. And you'll see the product actually has added a nice new attribute value, which doesn't exist because we used the incorrect template. And we can simply go in and delete that. So if we look at our combinations here, we've got this new, where are we? This one here. These two actually. Let's delete those. That should have removed those issues. And we're left with our two options here. Okay. The reason we're getting this orange square showing here is that we've only said that black is available in 36. As soon as we change the color to the camel, that's not available in color 36, only available in color 35. So what you have to do is you have to put all colors available in all sizes, if they are available in all sizes, and then that way, whichever color you choose, you will have a size assigned to that color as well. But because we've only imported in black size 36 and camel size 35, PrestaShop does actually bring up a disclaimer to say that this combination does exist. Please choose another one. This can be changed within translations of PrestaShop, but it is a good fail-safe way of turning off the add to cart button, so they can't add colours in combinations which aren't available for that product. Well, I hope that wasn't too painful. Pointed out a few mistakes, but maybe making mistakes sometimes is a good way of illustrating how you do need to concentrate when using CSV files. There is another video, and I'll post the link on here, which we also have on our channel, which is importing attributes and combinations in PrestaShop using the combinations wizard. So if you don't want to use a CSV file, PrestaShop does have the option in the back office here, the product combination generator, and you can import, assign attributes to your products using this importer here, this generator here, and we've got a very good comprehensive video again on how to use this within PrestaShop. Maybe take a look at that, decide which one you'd like to use, the CSV or the attribute generator, and either way, they're both just as good as each other, and to be honest, the generator will eradicate more errors and issues which you may get with a CSV file, which we found out this afternoon. I hope this video is informative. We will be posting another one next week. Please leave your comments, please share, and please subscribe so that you get notified about our next video within the series.